Stop whatever you are doing right now. Put your phone down, turn off the distractions, and just listen. Because what I am about to tell you is not just about sports. It is about pure, undeniable, breathtaking art. If you have been anywhere near social media over the last 24 hours, you have seen the footage coming out of the Stars on Ice tour in Florida. You have seen a packed arena completely and utterly silent. You have seen grown adults in the audience wiping tears from their eyes. And the reason for this absolute transcendent emotional reaction is one young woman gliding across a sheet of frozen water, redefining what it means to be a champion. Alysa Liu stepped onto the ice to perform her routine to Lafay's Promise. And she did not just skate, she stopped time. She delivered an ethereal, hauntingly beautiful performance that is already being called one of the greatest exhibition programs in the history of the sport. Welcome back to Haas AC Pro, the only channel on YouTube that strips away the glitter and gives you the unfiltered, raw, and deeply analytical truth about the beautiful, brutal world of figure skating. Buckle up, because today we are breaking down an absolute masterpiece. To truly understand the absolute gravity of this performance and why the crowd in Florida was completely mesmerized, you have to look past the beautiful dress and the soft lighting. You have to understand the brutal, bone-crushing, soul-destroying reality of the sport that Alysa Liu just conquered. Figure skating is not just twirls and smiles. It is a violently unforgiving sport. It shatters ankles, it tears ligaments, and it places a level of psychological pressure on teenagers that is enough to break grown adults into a million pieces. Alysa Liu lived in the darkest depths of that pressure cooker. She was the child prodigy, the jumping machine, the girl who was supposed to save American figure skating. The weight of an entire nation was placed on her shoulders before she even had a driver's license. She burned out. She retired. She walked away from the ice entirely. But then, she engineered the most impossible, legendary comeback in the history of winter sports. She returned to the ice entirely on her own terms and completely took over the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina, capturing double Olympic gold. In the anchor of that historic, mythical Olympic run, her short program to Lafay's Promise. When she brought that exact same program to Florida this weekend for the Stars on Ice tour, it was no longer a competitive routine. It was a coronation. It was a victory lap. When the first haunting piano notes echoed through the arena in Sunrise, the atmosphere completely shifted. Alysa did not attack the ice like a competitor trying to rack up points on a judge's scorecard. She caressed it. Her edge work was so impossibly deep, so incredibly silent, that it looked like she was floating 2 inches above the surface. This is the absolute genius of Alysa Liu's evolution as an artist. When she was a teenager, her entire identity was built around the technical math of the sport. The triple axels, the quadruple lutzes. She was a technician. But the woman who skated to Promise in Florida is an artist in total, absolute command of her emotional storytelling. Every single extension of her free leg, every tilt of her head, every breathtaking glide matched the melancholy, romantic, and dreamy vocals of Lofi perfectly. It was not choreography, it was a conversation between the music and her soul. Lofi wrote a song about the painful, beautiful vulnerability of letting someone in, and Alysa Liu translated that exact human emotion into physical movement. It is a synergy of 2 generational artists that you only get to witness maybe once in a lifetime. But let me be honest with you, and here on Prom AC Pro, we only deal with the absolute, unfiltered truth. This isn't about figure skating anymore. Though Tom C is about healing, this is about a young woman finally taking absolute, total ownership of her own narrative. When you watch Alysa Liu skate to Promise right now, without the terrifying pressure of the Olympic rings, without the suffocating gaze of the technical panel ready to deduct points for a slight under-rotation, you are watching pure, unadulterated freedom. For years, the skating world told her exactly who she needed to be. They told her she needed to jump higher, spin faster, and smile wider. But this performance, this ethereal, ghostly, emotionally devastating routine, this is Alysa Liu saying, "I am doing this for me." The reason the audience in Florida felt a collective chill go down their spines is because authenticity cannot be faked. You cannot choreograph the look of absolute peace on a skater's face. When she executes her jumps in this program, they do not look like athletic maneuvers. They look like heavy sighs. They look like a release of tension. She lands with such a soft, deep knee bend, seamlessly flowing right back into the intricate choreography without missing a single beat of the music. It is an absolute masterclass in skating skills and transition. The casual fans see a pretty routine, but the real skating purists, the people who understand the physics of the blade, see a skater who has achieved absolute terrifying mastery over her edges. To skate that slowly, that deliberately, and that quietly requires infinitely more strength and balance than skating at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And let us talk about the specific cultural impact of this moment. The connection between Alysa Liu and Lofi has transcended the ice rink. Lofi's jazz-infused cinematic music has captured an entire generation, and Alysa Liu just became the physical embodiment of that soundtrack. When the news broke that Alysa was going to be featured in Lofi's upcoming music video, it made perfect sense. They are both young women redefining their respective industries by refusing to conform to the traditional, loud, fast-paced expectations. They are winning by being soft, by being vulnerable, and by being undeniably excellent at their craft. The Stars on Ice tour in Florida is not just a post-Olympic exhibition, it is a cultural event. The fans packing the arenas in Sunrise and Orlando are not just there to see jumps. They are there to witness a moment in history. They are there to see the girl who walked away from the sport, found her joy again, and conquered the absolute highest pinnacle of the Olympic podium. When the music finally fades out at the end of the promise routine and Alysa hits her final breathtaking pose, she doesn't immediately smile for the cameras. She stays in the character. She lets the silence hang in the air for just a fraction of a second before the arena completely explodes into a deafening standing ovation. That fraction of a second is where the true magic lives. That is the moment where the art speaks louder than the sport. Alysa Liu has officially cemented her legacy. She is no longer just a technical prodigy. She is a generational artist who will be remembered in the same breath as the most expressive, captivating skaters in the history of the sport. If you have tickets to the Florida shows or any stop on this tour, do not take your eyes off the ice for a single second when she steps out there. You are witnessing absolute greatness in its purest, most beautiful form. That is it for today's deep analytical breakdown right here on Plax IC Pro. If you felt the absolute magic of this performance and you respect the incredible, impossible journey of Alysa Liu, I need you to absolutely destroy that like button right now to show her some love. Drop your boldest take in the comments section below. Is Promise the greatest exhibition program of the last decade? Are you going to see the Stars on Ice tour live this year? I want to see a massive debate in the comments section. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because right here on Prom Ice the Otero, we are covering the deepest, most artistic, and most intense stories in the figure skating world that nobody else has the courage to break down. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.